Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They'll go to Barkley again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing is Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his tight end, Goedert. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Barkley looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive, maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. In motion, Aguilar. Henry again on 2nd down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 6. To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This short throw caught by Goddard.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, 70 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
And not willing to risk a return, this ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Jackson.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Play action. It's Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Henry up the middle. And some room to work.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Now Lamar changing the play.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. Shedding the tackle. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Again to Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it is good. So they take the lead, and now the pressure falls on their defense to try and hold on. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
He's back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. And that's complete to Brown.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Derrick Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
At the Eagles' 40-yard line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Charles, still a one-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner. And a lot of people look at them going for it on 4th down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and held them. Got the ball right back for them. So nice stand for them. Momentum can swing back to their side if they have a good drive here. Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's what it's been like all game long. Everything just a fraction off. Remember, all they're doing here is looking to get into field goal range. But right now, that's a tall task with the way this defense is playing. And with time, a huge factor as well.
Pass complete, Goddard, and he will have the conversion on 4th down. He's out of bounds as well to keep their hopes alive.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to